Greetings from the kitchen. Hopefully you can hear me. I haven't got my microphone plugged in. That sometimes could be a problem. Let's move the camera a bit closer. You can see me in all my gorgeousness. Look how gorgeous I am. The closer you get. Right then. So yeah, it's bloggy time. It's time for a blog. Yes. Hey, one person watching, one thumbs up. Thank you. Two people watching. Still only one thumbs up though. We need enough thumbs up there. Come on, guys. I always hit thumbs up as soon as I arrive. Right, hey, Matilda. I thought you might be in here. Right. So this is my last week as a free man. Next week I'll be going to work. I'll be starting my new job from next Monday. Work, that horrible word. That horrible word, work. I suppose it's kind of good in some ways that they pay you, but it's just like, why can't people pay you not to work? You know, I could quite happily, they pay me a good living wage to stay at home. I'd quite happily do that, but apparently that's just not a thing. Right. I've read a few comics, but I've not brought the comics out with me that I've read. I've read a few old Flash today from the original series. Normally about 7:30, so I'm about a quarter of an hour later than I would normally do it, to be honest. I don't know what's going on tonight, but this is the least amount of people would be watching me, but that's all right, just being you. If I have that StreamYard thing, maybe I can hang out online one time. I'll do that. I'll download that StreamYard at some point. And we can hang out together and we can chat on a stream or something. You can show us your latest knitting and artwork and yeah, that kind of thing. But anyway, we'll see what maybe in the future we'll do something like that. But anyway, so I was reading this. I've read my Atlas comics that I picked up recently. Was it Sergeant Striker's Death Squad? I read all 3 of those. Yeah, we can do that sometime. I'll download that app and whatever it is you need to download. Yeah. And then we could just, I don't know, whatever we talk about the weather. Yeah, at some point we could do it. We talk about the weather or something like that. Or, you know, well, I don't really know. You can tell us all about what the weather's like in Israel and that kind of thing. Hi, James Watson. Right, so I'm going to go. I've got a couple of things I wanted to do today, actually. First off, I'm going to do an entry for DC and Marvel Geek's recent video tag. Every Friday on his channel, DC and Marvel Geek, he will throw up a little sort of competition. Not a contest, there's no prizes or anything, it's just literally for the fun of it. Is my sound coming out all right, by the way? Because I haven't got my microphone with me today. I'm hoping that the inbuilt microphone on my laptop is picking up my voice okay. Just let us know in chat if it's picking me up okay and you can hear what I'm saying. Otherwise, I'm wasting all of our time. But yes, I'm doing this entry for DC and Marvel Geek. Basically, he wants you to, thank you, Matilda. I saw you put yes there. So he wants you to make up your own team, and it could be a mixture of DC and Marvel. Basically, create your own team. I think you had 7 members, and make your own team, make up their name, and you know whatever you want to say about them. So this is just whatever you like. I'm not going to show you the characters because I haven't got the comics for them, but most of you guys will know the characters anyway. I was thinking of bringing my other laptop and showing pictures on my other laptop, but I can't be bothered that in the end. I'm just going to tell you the names. So first of all, my team is called the Round Table, as in, you know, the Knights of the Round Table, where it's basically nice big round table and the people all sit around it and no one is like above any of the others. But I also thought I was going to make it was a DC series called the Demon Knights, which featured Etrigan the Demon, Madame Xanadu, a few other people, and I was going to make it like that. I was going to make it so that this round table has been in force since way back in the day. So it's full of either legacy heroes or people who've been alive for a very long time, that kind of thing. That's my idea for it. And also I made it a little bit of a mixture of, obviously I've got actually more Marvel than DC this time, 4 Marvel, 3 DC, and I made a couple of villains in there as well. So my round table is led by the Black Knight. What's his name? Dane Whitman, I think his name is. Originally, there was another Black Knight before him who he's descended from. So I'm not going to. I haven't decided who the menace is that they're formed to face, but there is some menace that they're there to, to stand up against when it eventually re-emerges. So the Black Knight's like the first name in the team. And then from DC, we have Madame Xanadu. She's a long-lived character from the DC universe. She's been around since the time of King Arthur, I believe. And she's like she does have magic, but she also has You can see things with her tarot cards, see what's going to happen in the future, and detect possible problems. Right, and then my third member is Gargoyle from the Defenders. I decided Gargoyle was going to be on my team. He looks a bit like the Demon again, but yeah, I decided that because he's steeped in magic, I thought there could be some kind of backstory where the Gargoyle entity or whoever makes him the Gargoyle somehow is passed on, or he's been charged to join the team by whoever turned him into the Gargoyle. I think he was changed by magic or something. So maybe some demon does a deal with him saying, we'll change you back to your human form if you help out this menace. Or maybe he doesn't want to change back to his human form because he's quite an old man. Isaac, something, whatever his name was. So maybe he's happy to stay in the Gargoyle form because, rather than get human again and then dying of old age. So maybe, they just say, help out, and he joins up. Anyway, the other characters I've got, back to DC again. I thought about having Wonder Woman because, of course, she's been around since, the time of ancient Greece, hasn't she? The Amazons. But I thought, no, Wonder Woman, too big a name. Let's have her sister, Nubia. I don't actually have any Nubia comics. I wouldn't mind having her first appearance, but she's basically one of another Amazon, basically. She's going to be on my team. Right, the next up, we got the two villains that are in my team. Obviously, the menace that this round table has been formed to fight, obviously, is so great that even the villains are joining in with the heroes to face against it. Right, and the first villain is from the Marvel Universe, a alchemist by the name of Diablo, or Diablo, however you want to pronounce it. He's going to be on the team. He's got alchemical powers. He makes all these alchemical potions that can be used to do all kinds of stuff. Right, and then from DC, we have the original old character who's been around since the beginning time of the cavemen, and that's Vandal Savage. Vandal Savage is going to be on the round table because he knows of the menace that they've informed to battle is greater than anything, and so he's with it for the greater good. And lastly on the team, back to Marvel for the last character. You need a good magic user, and who better than the Sorcerer Supreme? The Sorcerer Supreme throughout history have known about this upcoming menace, and whoever the current Sorcerer Supreme is always on the round table. So at the moment, it's Doctor Strange. So that's your team. The round table: Black Knight, Madame Xanadu, Gargoyle, Nubia, Diablo, Vandal Savage, and Doctor Strange. Right, let's just collect that, see if I've missed anything. Loud and clear. Cool. She has a sister. Yes, Nubia is one of this. I think mostly they sort of call each other sisters anyway. King Grey's round table, yeah, that's a good one. Yeah, so I'm not on the team. The Black Knight's on the team. Right. So I'm also going to show you a second bag from my London Comic Mart haul that I was at yesterday. Got another big stack of comics to show off to you guys. This is part 2 of the haul from yesterday's Mart. Starting off, a nice Defenders here. The price is correct on the package. I need to actually add up the amount to see if they actually gave me a discount. I remember that store gave me a discount before I bought a few comics. So I'll check that. I'm going to add it up and see if they actually gave me any money off. But this was like the most expensive store. Most of the stuff that I bought was 50p and a pound. What's going on at the moment? I've got only 2 people watching. That's really quite low actually for one of these streams. I'm wondering if it's somebody else is streaming somewhere. Or even I don't know. Actually, it's quite weird. It just happens sometimes, doesn't it? Sometimes I'm mildly surprised by how many streams I get. He's not one of them. Never mind. People can watch it in the replay anyway. Right. So I'm closing in on my Ghost Rider run. Cool cover art. I'm not sure if the screen picture's looking good either tonight. Actually. Hi Tina. Hi Sleepy666. Yeah, and normally I stream about a quarter of an hour earlier than this. Actually, at 7:30 local time is when I kind of stream, and it normally gets to about 10 people in. But maybe it'll build up to that. But it's not important anyway. But here's a nice Ghost Rider, number 53. Soon his soul shall join the others. The big fat demon there. Another Ghost Rider. Oh yeah, the Orb. Until you meet the Orb, you don't know evil. I love the Orb. I know he's extremely daft. yeah, I just like there was a guy with an eyeball for a head in a old Superman comic as well. I think it turned out to be Lois Lane or so, or somebody pretending to be this person, just as some kind of cover up. I can't remember what it was now. But anyway, I forgot what that story was about. I read that one. But yeah, that kind of eyeball for a head. And there's a guy who Sleepwalker faced up against, who had an 8-ball for his head. Yeah, you want to meet the orb. Right, there you go. Another nice Ghost Rider. This demon lusts for vengeance. Beware his searing touch. And he's reaching out for you all. He's reaching out for you sinners out there. Right, another cool one. The Eater of Souls. There you go. So this cost me £3. Pretty good condition though. I can't complain about the condition on these ones. That's probably they cost a little bit more. When I went, I was hoping to try and see if I could finish off my proposed Avengers run, which is something like 150 to 350, something like that. I can't remember exactly what I'm going for with my Avengers run, but that was a bit expensive, so I only picked up one in the end. I thought I might be able to pick up the others a bit cheaper, so I only picked up number 150. So that's the start of my run. That was £4. Cool cover. This is it, a spectacular 150th anniversary special. All this plus the usual Marvel mind-stunning action. Here you got the team. Day off school. I am deep into parenting. Oh, well, the kids have got a day off school, have they? That's all right for some, isn't it? Right, and then I've got some more for my Defenders run. Yeah, the light's not as good in here or something like that, because when I stream from my bedroom, it feels like the picture's not so bad. Yeah, Wrecking Crew, cool. Right, more Defenders. Back off, Buster, or it's clobbering time. Take one step closer, mortal, and your comrades die. Side by side with the ever-loving Thing to save the life of a world. There you go. Ben Grimm joins the Defenders for this one. Right, got myself a nice House of Mystery. I'm trying to get the Dial H for Hero House of Mystery run. And there was a couple there. That was a bit expensive, though, so I thought I'd wait, see if I could find them in slightly lower grade, maybe for maybe it's too bright. I don't know. It feels like there's lines in the screen today that I don't normally see. But I normally have it closer to me. Does that make any difference? I don't know. Maybe, I don't know. Whatever. Right. So I've got a nice House of Mystery, the most original character in comic history. Dial hates the hero. It's a wacky world with Dr. Rigoro Mortis and Superhood menace it. And Robbie spins his dial to become the freak superheroes. Who's his? What's its? How's this? There you go. So he became. This is what Robbie Reed turns into when he dials the hate dial in this issue. Yeah, I think it's about 10 o'clock for Matilda now. I think she's 2 hours ahead of me now. From what I've gathered from previous conversations. This is just a cool picture. This is crazy old Silver Age goodness. Lincoln Go checks up the top, and just such a cool banner. I love the banner over the top. Yeah, and then the crazy little characters. Hey, over easy mode. I'm just showing off day 2 of my London Comic Con haul that I picked up yesterday. Right, this is one that I like as well. I had number 1 of this. I didn't realise it was a series, and so I've tried to get the other from the series. I think I only had 5 issues, but it's Doorway into Nightmare, like a little horror sort of tale with Madame Xanadu. I actually mentioned Madame Xanadu in my DC and Marvel Geek theme that I mentioned earlier on, and she's got dark hair. She's a tarot reader, which is my girlfriend. She's got dark hair and she's a tarot reader, so she's my Madame Xanadu. And that must make me the devil in the middle there, the little pudgy, bearded bloke. It does look a bit like me, actually. Yeah, anyway. Right, I've got some lovely Justice League of America old ones. Oh, lovely. 100-page giants. Look at this beautiful 100-page giant, number 110, Justice League of America. You've got the team standing around all around the border. You've got Santa's been killed and dumped in the snow, and a couple of other little panels down here. Just class stuff. the year's most startling story, The Murder of Santa Claus, 1973. Then you've got the Justice Society's war against street gangs, and the world's greatest heroes team up with Zatanna the Magician. There you are. Nice, big, chunky. Hi, James Gallegos. James Gallegos. I think that's how you tend to pronounce it. Right, this is another nice, chunky 100-page giant from Justice Society, Justice League of America. Yeah, as long as I remember the guy bit at the beginning, Gallegos. Yeah, I think I remember it, hopefully. Here comes TV's Super Friends, Justice League of America, a new novel-length adventure. Who is the mystery villain that turned the JLA into cave people? Read Return of Anachronus. Special, a double book-length novel. The Justice League and the Justice Society face a crisis on Earth 3. Extra, a JLA puzzle, a quiz on superhero boots. I might make a video of that at one point. A little dog, a boy, a killer. Fate brings them all together in just a story. And who are the JLA heroes of the past? Plus, JLA Trivial. I can't even say my words now. JLA Quiv. I nearly said Quivia Twiz. JLA Trivia Quiz. Anyone fancy doing a JLA Trivia Quiz at some point on this channel? Let me know, and I'll set that up. Right, another super chunky 100-page beauty. This is Justice League of America 115. Yeah, 115. It's got 3 full-length novels in it. And look at them beautiful panels. Look at that writing at the bottom there to grab your attention, make you want to read it. There's everything on that page. It's just awesome. But yeah, I've seen an old quiz in a old Atom that I bought recently, and I really want to do a show. I don't know if I do a live stream like this and let people, or I might do just a video and let people put it in the contents. We'll see how it goes. Yeah, if people like that idea, I thought it'd be quite fun actually. If I dig out all these quizzes, maybe I'd do it as a stream, maybe I'd do it as a video. But anyway, the last awesome Justice League America book that I picked up this time. Nice. I think it's a Neil Adams cover. 139. Pretty good nick. That's why it cost a bit of money, really. It cost a bit more than I'd like to be picking these up for £1 if I could. But they're old comics. You've got to pay the price sometimes, haven't you? Right, now this little next batch, my channel covers comic to movie renditions. I want to do the movie Conan. Which Conan series has his origin or is closest to the 1984 movie? I'm not really sure, to be honest. I'm a fairly recent collector of Conan. The person to ask might be Varangian Vigilante. He's a Conan mad guy. I know there was a movie adaptation with Conan, Arnold Schwarzenegger on the cover. You may have to look into that one or do a search for Conan origin. I think there's quite a lot of told about his past and his youth and all that. Whether there's an actual one that's one single issue which is considered his origin, I couldn't really tell you on that one over easy mode. Right, so after I spent my budget, I gave myself a budget when I got there, and it was like, this is my budget. And then my mate told me about this other store, and I was like, you know what? I'm just going to have a look at that other store. And I ended up, buying a few more comics. Are you finished your sketch for Simon? Or Simon Comics? Are you doing a sketch for Simon Comics, or is there another Simon? Oh, Simple Simon. You're doing a sketch for Simple Simon. That would make sense. Right, so I've got myself a Supergirl for my volume 1 run that I'm trying to put together. Nice bit of Supergirl goodness. I'm working on the new adventures of Supergirl and the Simple Simon, and the Supergirl first volume. She looks really cool. Same she died in Crisis on Infinite Earths. Right, I've nearly finished off my Atlas runs now. I managed to get Phoenix #1. I think I need 2 more of Phoenix. I got myself Morlocks 2001, or Morlock 2001, #2, and #3, which completes my Morlocks run. Might do the support video tomorrow. Is that for his giveaway that he's doing? There wasn't an actual video making element of it, was there? Or are you just going to just going to shout him out and tell people to go and comment. It was just about making comments, wasn't it? You had to watch some of his old videos and answer questions, didn't you? And you can win a pot if you answered one question, and you can win some comics if you answered another question, if memory serves. Right, I've got myself a nice old Defenders. Getting close now on the Defenders run. This is Defenders number 5. This is an interesting store, right? There are no bulbs on any other comics. It's quite strange, but they were pretty reasonably priced. Some of the good books, and they even quite a lot of low grade stuff as well. My mate goes there early. He pays the extra to get in before the actual place opens up. I'm a cheapskate, so I go after the when it goes to free. I mean, he pays a £5 to get in early, so he can look for all the boxes of that to match elbows in the way. And he goes straight to this stall apparently, and I had to turn the corner. So I said, "Oh, hey, Carolina Chris, how's it going, mate? How's your crepes going? How's your crepe fetish?" You should watch everyone. Everyone should go and watch his new cooking channel, Carolina Chris's 26 cooking channel. He makes like crepes that are like as big as your head. I don't know how he could get it in his gob. It was enormous. Right. This is Defenders number 13. So we're getting real close on my Defenders run now. So that'd be cool. And start reading. I've got loads more to read. I've got loads of piles of comics to read. But I never complain about having lots of comics to read, to face it. Right, Defenders number 29. I'm not sure how many more I've got going. Let's just quickly check my list. I actually have a blog, a wants list blog up on my Tales from the Grey Side blog spot. Let's go to my Defenders. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 more to go. 7 more Defenders to complete my Defenders run. So yeah, not too far off now. Right, couple of Superboy. I think these were from just before it became Superboy and the Legion of Superheroes, 1971. Number 177. It says it's got an extra staple. I don't know where the extra staple is exactly, but according to the little cover thing, it says extra staple. I don't know. But yeah, a couple of quid. Quite happy to spend that on that. It's got some spine wear on both of these actually, but for £2 for a comic from 1971, I can take that. Hey, PFP, how's it going, mate? How's the Roosters where you are now? Just showing off the second bag of stuff from my comic haul. Fixing my new volume I got. What, your planetary comic, you mean? Yeah, extra staple. No extra charge. As long as the extra staple isn't going straight through the pages, so you can't open the comic book. It's a bit weird though. I've never seen extra staple on there before. Right, and this is a little run that I'm trying to get as well. Journey into Mystery. Got a few of these, but I'd already spent a bit of money trying to pick the one. But yeah, the reason I started getting into this Journey into Mystery, I'm still growing. The reason I started getting into this Journey into the Mystery run is I think number 3 or number 4 has got the first appearance of the Necronomicon in Marvel Comics. And that's why I started collecting it, because Necronomicon, H.P. Lovecraft. I'm glad to own the first appearance of the Necronomicon in DC Comics and in Marvel Comics. Right now, near the end now. All the rest of these only cost me 50p. Few for my Dazzler run. So here's Dazzler. Although it says up here £1.20, they're all 50p, so that's cool. The Jagged Edge Dazzler. There's another Dazzler here. Looks like she's dazzling somebody. Quite good there. Oh, the Cry of Black Bolt, the Fall of the Absorbing Man, but this is not the end. Oh, sorry, the Cry of Black Bolt, the Blast of the Dazzler, the Fall of the Absorbing Man, but this is not the end. Okay. That's an interesting cover anyway. Lots going on in that story by the looks of it. And here we have seems to be a bit of a romance. She's being carried around by Angel. They're having a kiss. I love Dazzler. I always thought she should have been bigger than she is. Yeah, I think she's pretty cool anyway. And I like they're cool comics of their time. I'm quite happy to pick them up. I'm not too far off. Let's just check my list. How many more Dazzlers have I got to go? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I've got 9 more Dazzlers to collect for my Dazzler run to be complete. But this one's called The Angel and the Octopus. You see the octopus is coming up behind them. I think that'd be quite a tricky fight actually. Dr. Octopus, because Angel's he's not the most strong superhero in the world, is he? All he can do is fly around a bit. You know what I mean? I would, if my powers were to be able to fly around a bit, I don't think I'd be a superhero, to be honest. I wouldn't be a superhero because I hate heights. So I wouldn't even want to be flying around a bit. Hey, Grey Man, what's the one comic related movie you're most excited about right now, if any? I saw Birds of Prey. That was pretty decent. Yeah, just showing part two of my haul, my massive comic haul that I got at the London Comic Mart yesterday. What is coming up? There's that Morbius one. I can't say I was ever a huge Morbius fan. I will go and watch it though because Wonder Woman 2, yeah, that's true. Venom 2, is that coming up soon? Is it? The Wonder Woman, the footage I've seen of Wonder Woman looks pretty decent. There's that Blood Spot or something like that? I'll go and see it probably, but I can't say I'm excited for it. I can't think of anything I try not to get too excited about movies. I try to get too excited about movies because if you get overly, expectant for them, and then they end up not meeting your expectations, you end up getting more upset. Hey, 1, 2 comic talk. Right, so let's show you off the last of these. Right, so I'm also trying to finish off this Impact runs, and for some reason, I'm one comic in practically all of them that I still haven't managed to find yet. But for some reason, I've got about 10 from the Shield runs, Legend of the Shield. I managed to pick up a couple yesterday anyway. So the book is better. Of Bloodshot, of Birds of Prey. All right, so there's another one from Legend of the Shield, number 14. There we go. And then finally, I'm also trying to get these New Age of superheroes or New Age of heroes that DC did recently, because they're all kind of limited. They're only about like 15 comics, and you can only find these pretty cheap nowadays as well. So I managed to get this one for 50p. Yeah, the Fly was cool. I think most of them are pretty cool actually. I like Jaguar as well. I thought she looked different. She was like different. It was like a bit of a hench lady. She was kind of like a mixture between like a little bit She-Hulky, but yeah, she looked quite cool. I like her look. In fact, I think I finished that run. I might have one more to go in that one. But Comic and Aware. I think I read them back in the day because I'm pretty sure my mate bought them, and I used to always read my mate's comics, and he used to always read my comics, which is kind of annoying because when it comes back to looking at it, I don't have comics that I thought I had. Like if I thought that I owned like I don't know various comics, it turns out they weren't my comics after all. It was my mate's comics I was reading, so that's why I'm trying to collect them now. Not really, no. I've got some old Image comics from like back in the day. There was a few Image comics I did collect, but like Savage Dragon was probably the one that I collected the longest. I went up to about 50 on Savage Dragon. I got a handful of. I didn't get any Spawn, hardly any Spawn at all. Actually, I got a few Pit, one or two of Young Blood. Spawn over easy. Birds of Prey was kind of solid. I mean, a lot of people didn't like it, but I'm a Harley Quinn fan to the end. Yeah, I heard you talking about it last night on D Pierce's channel. I think it was his name. So I kind of dug it. I love the fight scenes. Really, I love when Harley Quinn got her back. And it was cool. I didn't mind it at all. The fact that all the characters were different than what they would, they are in the comics, you just expect that, really. You don't, if you go into a superhero movie, think it's going to be exactly the same or even that close to what the comic books are, then you've obviously not watched that many superhero movies. You just got to turn off your blinking geek, I don't know, batteries or whatever, and just like watch it for what it is. Just don't go in there thinking, oh, it's got to have this from the comics, it's got to have that from the comics, and the costumes have got to be exactly right, and the powers have to be used in exactly the correct way, and they've got to tell this exact story, because it ain't going to happen. You just got to go in there and just accept it for what it is. So that's my theory. I end up liking a lot more superhero movies than half the people I see chatting about them. I pretty much like most superhero films, apart from Batman '89, because that was the one. That was a film that I watched before I realised to not be quite so invested in it, and so I was really invested. And I was sitting in the cinema fuming, going, "What the hell are you doing with Batman? This isn't Batman!" At one point, I had to stop myself from standing up and going, "No!" like that, because I was just intense. So yeah, but that kind of taught me that don't get so invested in it. Don't worry about it so much. It's not going to be exactly how you envisage it. It's going to be some director, some producers, they team up and they make up their own vision of it, and just have to live with it, accept it. Otherwise, you're just going to annoy yourself. But that's it. That's come back tomorrow. Tomorrow, I probably won't do a stream tomorrow. I don't think. I'm going to my dad's tomorrow on the coast. I do his podcast with him. He has a rock and roll podcast called Catman Jack 50s Hop. And if you like your rockabilly, your rock and roll, check out Catman Jack 50s Hop. We've done about 50 shows already now. We're about number 55, I think. It's been going for a while. We do it like every month. And, so rocking and rolling, jumping and jiving, bopping and strolling, whatever it is, 50s Hop. I can't remember. But to come back tomorrow, but it'll probably just be a re-recorded one. Yeah, podcast with my dad, 50s music. That was my Lord of the Ring #1, ruined adaptations forever for me. Oh yeah, that's it. The thing is, if you go in it, and you've got it set in your mind how it has to be, it's never going to be exactly how you envisage it. It just doesn't happen. So you need to. I do with superhero films. I concentrate and if I see a bit that to me is from the comic books, I smile. I'm like, yeah, that's straight out of the comic books. Yeah, that I can just picture that happening in the comic book, that kind of thing. And that makes me happy. So the more elements of that it has in the film, the happier I am. I don't bother going, oh, that wouldn't happen. That wouldn't happen. That's not right. I just forget that. Okay, not as it, as we know it is meant to be from the comic books, but just concentrate on the bits that are how you envisage it from the comic books and just enjoy it for what it is. That's what I say. So I tend to enjoy pretty much every superhero film I've gone to see. And whatever video from me, I've got to do my regular bloggy blog, I've got to do my regular bloggy blog. But it'll be a pre-recorded one rather than being live, I think. Yeah, I'm not into movies too much, so I don't really go. You don't have to. don't have to. Do what you like. Yeah, so I've got another bag of comics to show off. So I had 3 bags, holding up 4 fingers, 3 bags of comics because I'm not on the 50p and a quid. And I just got a new job, so I was like, I could treat myself with a bit more impunity because finally I've got some money that will soon be coming into the grey coffers, and I won't feel quite so terrible about the fact that I'm spending money from my dwindling funds. So yeah, I've got a 6-month contract, which will help to build up the old coffers, and in the meantime, hopefully I'll become a YouTube millionaire, and you will watch my videos 60,000 times, and I start monetizing them, and then the money will just roll in. YouTube will be sending me all the bling and everything, and I'll be like, yeah, awesome. Yeah. Matilda reads more books, I think, reads lots of books and comics, and she's got all her craft and stuff. Talking about Matilda's craft hobbies, you've probably all seen her art. We've got a contest that we're running for up to the 10th of March. Basically, all you've got to do to enter the contest is to leave a comment. Any of my videos over this next month, just leave a comment down below after the video's gone out. Just leave a comment, and every comment that you leave will give you 1 entry into the draw. And the prize is going to be some Gothika graphics original artwork. Second prize is going to be, she'll draw you a picture in her inimitable style of any character that you wish. And the first prize is going to be the same, but on a blank variant comic cover. So, yeah, that's pretty cool stuff. If you've seen Matilda's channel, you probably should have done. If you haven't seen it, go and sub her up now. First thing I heard was 6-month contract. What happened? You got something? No, that's when the hitman told me he'd be available to go and plug you. No, not really. No, yeah, got a job. I got a job after nearly 2 years of being an unemployed bum and spending my redundancy money whilst, worrying that I'm not going to get a job. I finally managed to get a job. So, yay! It means less time to make videos and read comics and, scratch my bum or whatever it is I normally get up to. But, never mind. Oh, at least I'll be getting some money, some much needed money into the old coffers. No, I could not do football. That's not a football you're showing there, Carolina Chris. It's a hand egg. That's that game that you guys play over there, the old hand egg. Hey, look who it is. It's Surly Tim. Yeah, cheers. Yeah. Okay, I should bagger off probably. I've got nothing else to say. Check out my podcasts. I've got 2 podcasts. If you're a headbanger, check out my High Speed Hangover podcast. If you're a rock and roll 50s freak, check out my dad's Catman Jack 50s Hop podcast. And yeah, that's enough podcasts, I think, for one person. Yeah, what else do I do? Oh, videos. You know about that anyway. But yeah, so I'm gonna just going to shout out a smaller channel for you guys to go and sub up if you'd be so kind. This channel has currently got 64 subscribers. There are a couple of guys from the UK. I only discovered them recently. They do lots of like movie reviews, comic reviews, just do chat sitting in the room, just shooting the breeze of each other. And it's pretty cool stuff from what I've seen so far. It's called Not Quite Mint is the name of the channel. And they've got 64 subs at the moment. If we all went and subbed them now, assuming that you guys aren't already subbed to them, then they could get up to 75. You can even spread the word yourself. Yeah, it's open all over the world, mate. It's an international contest. It's an international contest because it's Sabra and Britain team up is the theme of the contest. Because Sabra is an Israeli superhero, and that represents Matilda, of course, living in Israel. And I'm obviously representing Captain Britain. Yeah, you told me actually. I remember you telling your name was Grey. Yeah. Yeah, so basically just leave a comment down below after the video is done. You can leave a comment in any of the videos from the 10th of February all the way up to the 10th of March, and every entry gets you an entry into the draw. Basically, every comment gets you an entry into the draw, and Matilda is kindly going to do some artwork for some people, whoever, the second prize and the first prize. And she's also started work on crochet now as well. So she does all this cool art and she's doing crochet. She said she's going to crochet superhero characters out of wool. So I'm looking forward to seeing those. I don't know if she's finished them up yet at all or not. I'm not too sure. But yeah, hopefully we'll start seeing some awesome crochet superheroes from Matilda at some point. So I should definitely bugger off. And oh yeah, go and sub up Not Quite Mint. The guys mentioned down below, and if you're watching this on the replay, the name will be up in the corner somewhere. The little link will be up in the corner. And if you're really bored, this is not the first time I've done a year and a day of blogging. I actually started blogging. I did a year and a day of blogging back in 2017 when I first heard that I was going to be losing my job. That's a long time ago now. But yeah, if you want to check me from 2017, if you want to go back in time and see a slightly less grey man making even less sense than he does nowadays, then there'll be a little video link down below and on the side. I know what you mean, Chris. A lot of people can't entertain doing overs. Someone sent me a couple of times. I've been sent AOKs from America, and when I look at the postage, I'm like, oh my god, it's ridiculous the amount of postage you guys get charged. And I'm sure it's not quite as much as that when I send things to America. What's their channel name again? Not Quite Mint. The link is in the description down below. And if you come back on the replay, it'll be up in the corner as well. I'm going to need to add that to the end screen, as they say. Yeah, that's it. Anyone got any questions? Also, don't forget, if you wasn't here at the beginning, rewind and listen to the contest entry I did for DC and Marvel Geek. DC and Marvel Geek does a weekly tag video. It's not a contest, it's just for a bit of fun. Basically, want you to make up a 7-person team. You got to make up the team name, and it's got to feature Marvel and DC characters. So just do that for a bit of fun. Make up your own team. I need to actually add that into the description as well. And make sure you sub up DC and Marvel Geek if you're not already subbed to him. I will put his link down below in a minute when this video is over. Hey, SHR. Yeah, this is my 60th time of saying goodbye. I do tend to say goodbye. Yeah, I know. Never mind. I do tend to say goodbye at least 20 times before I actually end up going. Yeah, it's just how I roll. But no, I'm going to go. Go and make an entry for DC and Marvel Geek. Check out my podcast, my dad's podcast. Check out my contest entry for DC and Marvel Geek and make your own entry. And yeah, I'm off. And until next time, may all your news be good news. See you later.